Welcome to my secret channel. Before I show you guys the best elemental units, we are doing a 100,000 Robux giveaway when we hit 100,000 subscribers on the secret channel, and we're going to be giving away Robux all the way up until then. So make sure you guys put down what game pass you want in the description and hit that subscribe button. Let's get it popping. All right, guys, let's start off with the best support units. So I'll be showing you what each of these guys do. First up, we have Dio. Now, Dio is a little bit of a unique specimen. I personally recommend one person on your team have him because he has this power right here. Stun, Electrify, Freeze, Fear, and Time Stop effects last 30% longer. So if you have one teammate with all of your status effects on it, it's going to be very, very good. So definitely a very great unit to have. All right, next up we have Toto. I think he's a stun unit if I remember correctly or something like that. I don't know why he's on here. I don't really use him. Tatsumaki is a good slow unit. Law gives you lightning off rip, which is very useful. And Gojo. Now the thing about Gojo is you're going to want to give him a super special skill tree. All right. So on his skill tree, you're going to want it to be range, 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 because the more range he has, the more his little circle of like basically OP slow that lasts on the first upgrade. So if you give him something insane range, and if you stack on top of him a soul that gives range, like the idle soul, or there's actually a lot of souls that do it, like the soul of precision, he is going to be absolutely cracked. All right, very, very recommended. Or if you give him any good thing that gives him range, like any good traits, that's gonna be very nice as well. So those are all the best support units. So next up we got the best light units. This guy is another lightning unit, full AoE DPS as well, very useful. Julius is very easy to get thanks to them making Jules super easy to get. Poochie has his cool ability, which is pretty nice. Funny Valentine does a random effect, which is pretty cool. Aizen's a little bit outdated. Not only is Gojo a decent DPS, but he is support. This guy is the #1 light DPS in the game, and in fact he has that cool summoning ability. So he's absolutely busted. And these two are your starters. Now, this guy is busted OP as a starter. He is bleed. And look at this, guys. I'll show you an example of why I like him so much. All right, look at this, guys. 1.89 SPA, and his stats aren't even in the S's. Like this guy, and he doesn't even have a SPA damage. I mean, SPA soul. So this guy's absolutely busted OP for starting out. And the nice thing is light units are good for starting out on any map because they never have any debuff. All right, next up we got dark units. So this guy has this cool ability where you can just like put a big boss on the map that just sucks everybody up, which is pretty freaking sweet. Yami's a decent DPS unit. Dio's also a decent DPS unit. I believe he has Bone Break as well, which is pretty good. Guts has huge AoE, and he's also hybrid. Diavolo has good DPS, but his AoE kind of bad. Asta's pretty decent. Lord Noir also has good DPS, but kind of a bad AoE. Sukuna, though, gives you 35% range, which is absolutely cracked, as well as doing pretty much one of the highest, if not the highest DPS in the game. And he also has an AoE where if you do it right, he can hit basically the entire map. And Betamaru is one of the best starter units in the game, especially if like glitched or something on him. He's absolutely cracked out. And of course, guys, since he is a dark unit, he's not affected by any debuffs. So he's busted OP. And of course, if you use him on a light map, he's like triply so. All right, next up, nature units. Giorno's actually apparently highly recommended now. Ulacor is my go-to nature unit. This guy is really cheap. He's hard to get, though. He's a good starter unit. Tatsumaki as well. If you're doing a high cost map, if you have glitched Tatsumaki, very good combo. As far as the other guys go, Gyro, the Toto's okay. He's okay. I personally use this guy the most out of all my green units. He's kind of my go-to because he's also hybrid at the start, which is very nice. All right, water units. We got Law is kind of like the go-to water starter right now. I believe Bobak is water too, so Bobak as well. So Bobak should be on this list. I would put Bobak like at the top. He's really good, guys. So don't forget Bobak. Let me actually see if I can get Bobak on here. I don't know if you can actually paste stuff in there, but yeah, Bobak should be on this list. Rimuru has really good AoE and nuke, so very, very good. I don't really like Garo that much. This guy got nerfed into Oblivion. Noel's actually pretty decent, but my go-to would be Rimuru for sure. So Rimuru and Bobak. These are your best water unit options. Fire units, there's so many good options. These are all great units. This guy is only good for inf mode, and he's only ground. This guy might get an Evo with the Bleach update. We'll see. Toto, he's pretty good. Oni King is pretty good as well for like Black Flames damage, burn damage. This guy, Yoshikage Kirya, is busted OP. OP, you must get him. Milim, I don't really like. Escanor, he starts off hybrid, which is very nice. Same thing with Rengoku. Rengoku's going to be your go-to starter. Now, unfortunately, he does have debuff on water maps, but he is hybrid off rip, and he does some great damage, so very, very recommended. So if I would have to pick units here, Yoshikage Kiryu, Escanor, and Rengoku, those are going to be your best fire units. So there you go, guys. Make sure you guys enter in to win 100,000 Robux. Help us get to 100,000 subs. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, and congrats on finding the secret channel.